Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tres Jolie channel. I am here with the December scrapbooking kit, getting ready to work on this month's project for the mood board. And I'm just going to go over real quick, if you haven't seen the reveal video, what's in the kit this month. There is this coral calypso embellishment mousse. Love that color. There is a pack of graphic 45 blue roses, a couple packs of Prima flowers, some Tim Holtz icicles here, some Scrapaholics chipboard, looks like holly flourishes there, some Prima chipboard lace and heart, some 49 and Market washi tapes, a Crafter's Workshop stencil, snowflakes there, and the paper pack, which is from Paper Heaven. It's Nights and Days, and I really like this paper pack because it's not Christmassy, but the colors do work very well for a wintry project or for any kind of project, really. I like the blues in here for the winter, but then there's also the coral in there that goes well with these Prima flowers and that mousse. But there's also these ice blues. That's what I'm just going to call them, ice blues. It's what they make me think of. And even the roses, you could do a wintry project. Anyhow, that's what I'm going to be working with here. So I'm just going to get what I need to get going, kind of brought in a little bit closer, and then just kind of see where everything leads. I think I have an idea forming here. I'm going to use this 12-inch circle from my stash. It's from Creative Embellishments. It's plywood. And one of these sheets, but I'm going to line up my circle where I want it exactly, and then trace it and cut it by hand, just so that I can really make sure that I get this here on to the circle the most, I guess it would be, if you can see how that catches it mostly. And I'm going to go over just a little bit because I will have it in from the edge. So I'm just going to grab up, I think I'll just grab up a craft knife. I'm not worried about it being perfect because I am going to distress the edges of it. Now I'm just going to set this off to the side while I prepare my base. And the first thing I'm doing is going to be giving it a nice coat of gesso, especially around the edges and the back. I'm not going to worry about the front because this will cover most of it up, but I do want it along the edges and the front edge, and then just the back, just to kind of give it a finish. Now that my gesso is dry, pretty sure, yeah, I'm going to use some of this mousse along the edge and along just this bit here, so that whatever peeks out from the edge of the paper here will have this little bit of color and shimmer to it. And if you read the bottom of it, if you wanted a textured finish, you know, to be able to build it up, then put it on with a spatula. And for a smooth finish, which is what I'm going to be doing on the edge here, to use a soft cloth. Now, I don't know what they mean by soft cloth, so I'll see what I can find around here. Maybe an old piece of t-shirt. I think I have something around here that should work. And now, to prepare this, I am going to use a PVA glue, and I'm going to brush it onto the back of my circle before I add it to the wood. And I'm kind of thinking, no, I like just the white edge. I was thinking maybe inking it, but I really think that I prefer the white edge of this paper like this. Let me see here real quick. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it natural there along the edge. But I'm just going to brush this on, make sure it's well coated, evenly coated, so that there won't be any dry lines. And whichever glue you use, make sure that it is going to work on both paper and wood, and that it's going to be a non-wrinkling glue. My next step for working on my background is going to be using the stencil that came in the kit and kind of working in this space here between the flowers with some regular texture paste. This is from my stash. And after I get my snowflakes on, then I'm going to sprinkle it with some Clear Rock Candy Distress glitter. This is also from my stash, and just really kind of have those snowflakes on the background, but not really being like in your face. I guess that would be a way to put it. just having them back there with just their bit of shimmer. I have let this sit just a little bit, not too terribly long. So I'm just going to grab up something big enough, hopefully, to put under here, just to catch what comes off. I'm not going to shake it too hard right now, because I'm going to let that modeling paste dry. But you can see how it is looking there. But I'm going to let that dry so that that glitter will stay there. Alright, I've just been kind of playing around here with those Graphic 45 flowers and 2 of those Scrapaholics flourishes, and I think that this is going to be my arrangement for my little panel here. But I want to add a little something to this chipboard. So I'm just going to move that out of the way there. And let's see here. Yes, I actually think I'm going to use some gilding flakes from my stash. So it kind of gives it a rougher finish, but yet metallic yet. And for doing that, I'm going to get some glue that dries rather quickly. And just to make this a little less messy for me, grab up something to use as a base. And I'm going to coat these in some diamond glaze. Put down my gilding flakes and let that dry before brushing off the excess. If you find any parts that didn't quite stick down, you can always go back, add some more adhesive, and put down some more of those gilding flakes until you have the coverage that you want. I have my flourishes just sitting up there, letting the glue finish drying with that those gilding flakes on it. And I wanted to do just a little something to my flowers, just to give them their own little bit of shine. Not too much, not dark or heavy, So I'm going to grab up a brush and I'm going to use, this is Glossy Accents, and I'm just using it because it's a bit thicker than Diamond Glaze. I'm going to use Glossy Accents and make a puddle of it here. And find the brush I want to use. Let's see. There. And just sort of try to grab them somewhere here. And just brush lightly at the edges. Like so. And then grab up that Distress Glitter again. And just give it a nice sprinkling on there. And shake off the excess. Just to give those a little bit of an icy sparkle to go with that snow that is stenciled on the background. Now that all of my bits and pieces here are decorated, I am going to start sticking everything down. And I'm just going to grab up some heavy gel. It doesn't matter whether it's glossy or matte because it's not going to show. And just start placing things. I'll start putting them down where I'm pretty sure they're going to go. I don't want to glue them until I know that I'll be happy with it, how it's laid out. So I'm just going to start laying things about where I think they'll work. Now I am going to add in these butterflies here. They're from my stash. They are Renee bouquets. I don't know offhand which ones they are. I don't know what they're called, but I will have them in the blog post. So I'm just going to use the same heavy gel that I used for the flower cluster to stick these down where I want them. Alright, before everything is set, I was thinking I just wanted to add a little bit extra color to bring in that coral from around the edge and these coralish peach flowers here. So I'm going to use the 3 peach coral-ish colored roses that were in this pack and put them just right there, just for a little bit extra with those blue roses and flowers. And these Prima flowers already have their own shine, so I don't need to add any of the glitter to them. But once those flowers are on, then my little winter panel here is going to be complete. My little winter disc is complete. It's not dry yet, but it is done. I don't feel like I want to or need to add any more to it. I just used a disc from my stash, 1 sheet of that paper from the paper pack this month, the 2 of the 3 Scrapaholics flourishes, the Graphic 45 flower pack, the 3 peach colored roses here are from one of those Prima packs that came in this month's kit. I used the snowflake stencil to just add a little something to the background there with some texture paste and glitter from my stash. I used that Nouveau embellishment mousse along the edge here. Some butterflies from my stash and some gold leaf from my stash. And I have this little winter piece all ready to set up and add just a nice wintry touch inside the home. As always, thank you for joining me here. I hope you enjoyed this project and it gave you some ideas of what can be done with items found in this month's scrapbooking kit. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and turn on notifications so you can keep up with other projects that come up on the channel or the reveal videos at the beginning of the month. And I will see you again soon. Thank you.